there is something you sacrifice when you go down that route of like just tracking the data and just thinking, okay, what's the professional way to go about things? I've got to upgrade my setup. I've got to start getting into a recording studio. I've got to get a better camera. I've got to speak in a different way, get a professional editor, get better thumbnails, change the titles so they get more views, watch time and click through rate, watch time and click through rate. When you start obsessing over these things, you start losing, at least in our space, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
what actually brings people to you. Because
Mm-hmm.
if it's for entertainment, I will give a quick disclaimer. Entertainment videos are probably very different because it's not supposed to be authentic. It's just supposed to make people like stimulated. But with our topic, let's say it's education or synthesizing what we've recently learned. People were tired of the businessman who was pretending to be the the answer to their problems. So we had
Mm.
already, and this is even exponentially true now. But even a few years ago, there was the rise of like Ty Lopez and everything, and guys were getting a little bit like annoyed with that sort of marketing thing of like someone promising the answers but then hiding it behind a paywall. And so when I saw this and I wanted to come onto the scene, I knew that me as like a nobody, my specialty was that I could start the video and within a second tell you like a secret about me that no one else would really speak about online. So I'd start the video and just start with a story and just say, oh yeah, there was one morning where I masturbated 3 times, and at the third time, like I didn't even get a full erection, and obviously I said it with more emotion and everything because no one's talking about that stuff, but it is true though. Do you know what I mean? Like it's happening to us, and so suddenly it's if you imagine the impact that had on the audience that I was trying to attract, when no one they had probably ever saw before had spoke like that. Suddenly it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh wow, I can relate to this guy. It's kind of cringe what he said, but it's like I had
Mm.
the exact same experience. So I started with a rule for myself, which was the skill of YouTube is to just be as close to 100% as possible as you can be. The moment
Mm.
you try to be someone else and you try to act like them and you start try to or change your persona, change the things you want to talk about, that's when one, you usually don't even build that good level of success, but two, any subscribers or viewers you do get, they
Mm-hmm.
don't actually even like you. It's kind of like good dating advice. It's when you do follow a lot of that kind of advice that's online, which I've given out before as well. You start living this inauthentic version of yourself where then even if best case scenario you attract someone, they actually don't like you. They like this fake version of you that you've put up. And if the game is to have this long term attraction, whether it's to a woman or it's to a follower, they need to actually be into you. You can't like play this character for so long. There's going to be a point when you break and you just want to be yourself. So if you
Mm.
can, this was my mindset through the start and even still to this day. If I can be as real as possible and as like literally say the actual genuine 100% truth that is in my brain, no matter what I think like the viewer will actually think, at that point, any recognition, validation, success that I get is actually supposed to be mine. And anyone who genuinely wants to subscribe at that point actually likes me. Because I didn't want to build like an audience of people who didn't really like me, but they liked like the way that I talk when I talk in a way that wasn't relatable to me. And
Mm-hmm.
then it turns out that there's actually a lot of people who actually value that and are interested in that because it's just relatability. And we all think that we're we're very unique. I don't think we actually are because if you can just be your authentic self, you realize there's a lot of people like younger you. There's apparently
Mm.
2 million of me. So
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So you think that at the very, very core of audience growth is just being yourself. So to take that into practical advice, the people listening to this, creators, consultants, those sorts of things, you would recommend what long form, raw, little edited videos of them just being honest about things that have happened to them and advice and things they've learned, mistakes they've made, that sort of thing.
I guess at first ask them to clarify their goal because a lot of people don't even realize. I'm very big on goal setting, so a lot of people don't even really know what they truly want, and often what you say you want is too influenced or contaminated by what you think that would be cooler for you to want or that it's been influenced by what you've seen online. So even before I give the advice, I'd give like a weird piece of advice which is like, okay, well, turn off all devices for a few hours and just sit there in silence for a bit, because most people haven't even done that, and you don't even know what you want. There's no point in me giving any advice at all if the person doesn't actually genuinely know which direction they want to go in. Do they want to go full businessman mode and just make as much money as possible? Do they want to go full impact mode and change as many lives as possible? A lot of people will say it's this one right here, that, yeah, I just want to change lives. Do you
Mhm.
though? Are you lying right now? It's like nobody knows. How about you turn off everything? And the point is, if you're gonna be authentic, first start with yourself and just think, you know what? Honestly, like, I don't really care about helping people. I just want to make money because I hate my job, and that's absolutely fine. Let's start with that goal, and now you've got a different goal. Now we're talking about, let's monetize and get you to 5, 10K a month fast, or whatever it is.